Hey y'all, Matt here, and today I just want to talk about something. I keep seeing it come up on the news. I saw it this morning actually. People keep throwing it out there that the vaccine is the mark of the beast, and I believe that this is something that we need to address. You don't hear it addressed a whole lot by the church, but it's being thrown out there left and right. And it started early on when COVID first began and the talks of the vaccine came. And you heard about Bill Gates being involved in it and how people thought that Bill Gates and the vaccine and these chips that they wanted to implant in your arm. We all joke about it with the vaccine, but people were saying that this is the mark of the beast, and that especially now as vaccines are being pushed more and more, that the need to have that card to be able to go out in public is something that we may face in the future. And so a lot of people, especially in Florida, stuff like that, they're bringing up this fact that this is the mark of the beast, because we're going to have this vaccine card in order to go out. And scripture says, and Revelation 13 verses 15 through 18 is actually where the mark of the beast is discussed. But in this passage, it actually talks about how you're going to need the mark of the beast in order to buy and sell. And so a lot of people are using that now as a new evidence that the vaccine is the mark of the beast, because you're having to have it to go out shopping and to go to certain places and to work and stuff like that. And so this is why we need to address this. A couple things about the mark of the beast, though. Some people jump to conclusions with it before reading the scriptures. And scripture is our ultimate authority. It is our authority. And as Christians, we need to constantly be in the Word. My Bible's like 1,500 pages. They vary, but depending on font size. But there's a lot in there. And there's a lot that I need to know that God has revealed to me. He's given me all 1,500 pages, and they're all important. And so this is why when something comes up or we hear it in church, we need to take it back to the scriptures and address it in the scriptures. So go back and read this for yourself after you watch this video, and let me know what you think about it. But if you read scripture's very clear that the mark of the beast isn't something that we as Christians have to worry about accidentally taking. It's very clear that me going and getting the vaccine and getting this card isn't just taking the mark of the beast. That's not how it works. The mark of the beast is actually something that you're going to know that you're taking it, and the people that are going to take it are going to be the ones that are following Antichrist. And the mark of the beast actually acts as kind of a seal for the believers in the Antichrist, those who are turning their backs on God. They're not worshiping Jesus. They're basically worshiping the Antichrist as God after he puts himself up as God in the temple. But what we see in scripture is that when the mark of the beast is actually given, it's actually given by the false prophet, which is the second beast that we see in Revelation 13. And he's the one that forces it on all of the believers of Antichrist. And some people may feel pressured, if you're not grounded in your faith and you don't truly know what you believe and you're not familiar with the scriptures, you could call yourself a Christian and, not be familiar with these things and take the mark of the beast. Or if you're not grounded in your faith, if you're not a true believer, a spirit-filled believer, when these pressures come on you, Jesus talks about people that are going to turn away when they face tribulation and difficult times like this. And this is why it's so important to be grounded in our faith right now and to not wait for something like this to happen. But scripture also tells us that the false prophet's going to make us take this mark, and it's going to be on our right hand or our forehead. It's not a card that we carry in our wallet. Anything like that. There's been speculation throughout the years, like when debit cards got chips in them, that was the mark of the beast and all kinds of stuff. But it's not in scripture. That's not what scripture says. And a lot of people like to talk eschatology, talk end times. They get excited about it. They get scared about it. But we have to go back and we have to study the scriptures as our sources. Revelations, 2nd Thessalonians, the book of Daniel. These are what tells us what to look for and what to expect. And so at this point, the vaccine is not the mark of the beast. It is not something that Scripture talks about as, something that we have to accept. It's not being presented to us as something that we have to turn our backs on God in order to get. If you should get it, that's a whole nother issue. But as far as the actual vaccine being the mark of the beast, that's not what Scripture says. Scripture does not describe this vaccine as being the mark of the beast. It describes something that is something that we will intentionally take, and in order to take that, we will be turning our backs on God, and we will be basically saying, I'm not going to worship him. I'm going to worship Antichrist instead. So if you have any comments about this, any questions, post them below. Email me, text me, call me, whatever. But if you like these videos, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. I love you guys. Blessings.